The movie I saw was Monsieur N, which was a French foreign film, and Philippe Torrenton played Napoleon, who I thought did a great job. And the movie is basically about after Napoleon loses the Battle of Waterloo, and he is now exiled to the island of St. Helena, and it just shows his life there and how he so-called escaped, or supposedly escaped. Yeah.
What did you promise in return? Money?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Emperor and the arrangement you obviously had with him.
What? There was never any arrangement between the general and myself. The very idea of it. Besides, how could there have been? We were no longer on speaking terms.
The day the Balkans left, I saw you leaving Longwood. He was the one you'd been to see that day, wasn't he?
I probably had an appointment with Mortlon.
You had an appointment with the man who caused the landing to fail because you were dying to find out why.
Celui qui s'évade reconnaît qu'il est prisonnier.
By refusing to leave the island, Napoleon had gained your trust. That made an arrangement possible. The Emperor had foreseen everything, including the return of his remains.
Je mourrai sur cette île. En revanche, vous ne m'y enterrerez pas. Vous mettrez Cipriani à ma place. Vous l'avez sous la main. Lors de sa mise en bien, je l'ai fait revêtir de mon uniforme. Au cas où la France, un jour, réclamerait mon corps.
How did you react when you heard the body was about to be exhumed? Were you afraid the hoax would be discovered? What could Bertrand, Gourgaud, and a small group of the faithful do upon opening the grave except lie and claim to recognize the body that a celebrating people was fervently awaiting? France was preparing a national funeral for a butler while an emperor was lying in peace on the banks of the Seine in an unmarked grave. And in the end, you were the only one in whom Napoleon had confided his secret.
You're a much better dramatist than an officer, Heathcote. You've missed your calling. Trouble is, it wasn't only the inner circle present at the exhumation. There were English witnesses who certainly didn't need to lie. According to them, Bonaparte's face was miraculously well preserved. It was him, not Cipriani, that they claimed to recognize.
Apart from the inner circle, not one of the witnesses present had ever seen Napoleon before. They were both Corsican and had known each other since childhood. Their mutual mimicry was natural. His position as butler prevented people seeing the Emperor in him. However, when you think about it, Cipriani resembled the Napoleon we didn't know. The one on the medals, the first consul. At the opening of the coffin, that was the Napoleon all the witnesses, English and French, claimed to recognize.
We have nothing more to say to one another. We'd like to leave, please.
Why was your report on the funeral so vague? Tell me, why would a man who wrote nearly 380 paragraph reports to his superiors lack precision when commenting on the most important event of the year's imprisonment? Get out! Where have you put Napoleon? Where is he buried?
Napoleon is in his tomb at Les Invalides. I swear on my honor.
Alright, the scene I showed you, it was about both of his jailers back when he was on St. Helena, and they're talking about how he escaped from the island because one of the jailers was trying to figure out why. And so basically Napoleon escaped by faking his death and putting his butler in his coffin in place of him. And then he also had the help of his leading officers there. And so then he made his way off to Louisiana, or you're gonna, well, if he finds that out after that scene, but he figures out how Napoleon, supposedly escaped off the island.